All right. It is Monday, and it's also April. Happy April. Can you believe it? April has been very fast approaching, and now it's here. All right, go on live there, and go on live on Facebook. And just checking across the board. All right. Perfect. All right. Everything's up and running, and we're live. Time for some more gator painting. This has been an endeavor. I think this is how much time? It's around 4 hours, somewhere around there. 4 hours. Um, it's coming along. Definitely like it. I like the detail that I'm able to get on some of these features here. Um, if you haven't seen it yet, I dropped a new time lapse video on my YouTube channel with a painting of a gorilla that I repainted. I think it's worth going back and talking about that a little bit. Let me pull it up. So, looking back, might even be on my desktop. Give me a second. Yeah. So, about a year and a half ago, I painted this guy. I painted him on my iPad, and I was still getting used to my iPad at the time, but I had already had it a while. I just was starting to buckle down with my art a little more consistently, and I was pretty proud of this one at the time. Um, but you know, a lot of time has passed since then. I've done a lot of painting since then, and so I was looking at it, and I was just gonna modify it. I was just gonna do kind of like touches of re-enhancement to the picture. But the more I played around with it, the more I realized that that just wasn't gonna cut it, and so I repainted the whole thing from scratch, and this is what I got. So, year and a half difference in time, right? Going between this and this. And this is practice, right? This is me buckling down over the last year and a half and really taking my art more seriously, myself more myself more seriously. Um, and that's why I have an art business now. That's why I have a YouTube channel. It's because I'm taking things. I'm believing in myself a bit more. I'm just going for it, and I've had some mentors who have really been a big motivating factor for that. But the more you do it, and the more you see what you can do, the more it just kind of gives you even more motivation to keep going. Um, you just got to keep at it. So if you're in that boat where you do art and you're like me and you would get frustrated a lot and let that hamper you, and maybe you'd put it down for much longer than you originally intended, and you don't really come back to it much, and the joy kind of gets lost, um, you'll find it again. You just have to be consistent. So if you pick up that brush and that pencil or whatever it is that you draw with again and you give it a try, and you stick to a schedule, or you make yourself more consistent with it, you can really make things happen. And I'm not going and saying like this is a, a masterpiece, but um, it does show a lot of growth. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I've still got a long way to go, but it's definite improvement. It's something I can be proud of, and I I can only imagine what I'll be capable of a year and a half from now. uh, Staying consistent, practicing, keeping better at it. So if you need that motivation, if you need that little extra encouragement today, uh, take it from me. All right. Well, back to our gator friend who we're just dying to finish, or at least I am. I'm really, really itching to get this completed. Um, Hopefully, we can do that today. All right, here we go. I should have pulled up my photo reference beforehand. Now I have to find my photo reference. Oh my goodness. Uh, where did I put it? I did favorite it, right? It's one of my new shots. Oh, come on now. Let's see. Uh, date modified. Oh, I forgot. I took some photos in my yard. We have a bunch of cardinals who come to our yard and feed off the feeder. We name all the males Hubie, Hubie Doobie, and all the females Rosita. But we got some extra beautiful ones, especially this year. His red is very vibrant. And we also had a squirrel. I love this pose. I wish the photo was just a little bit clearer, but it seems like it focused back over here instead of on his face. That's okay. Acrobatics. He's a very nimble squirrel. Or she. We name all of the squirrels Sandy. Oh, and then some flowers from the garden. Here is our gator friend. Okay. So this is what I'm using as reference. Putting it over here. Out of the way. Oh, let's plunk that on that side. And internet can go there. Cool. Yes, thank you. All right. Here we go. Stretch. Oh, I still have the photo screen over here. Okay. We were on a multiply layer when we last left off. I think I'm going to do a little more touching with that. Let's put... that's too hard. Just gently darken this area here. Like so. And then over this way. Good, good. Just a touch more shadow over here. Here and there, here and there. Probably use one of my streams this week at least, if not multiple, to do something traditional rather than digital. We did digital all last week and most of the week before, so I think it's time to go back to do something digital. But traditional, not digital. My words got mumbled. And I am listening to my Hawaiian music playlist, in case you're wondering what tunes I listen to when I do art. When I was painting that gorilla yesterday, I was listening to Switchfoot, and since I wasn't streaming, I was just singing it out loud to myself. Something I can't do when I'm on YouTube. I think I might start adding in the background and foreground. I think that would be a good idea. So let's go ahead and grab, let's see here. A mid-natural green. Something like this. I think this is good. And we will block out the big stuff. Now, the purpose for putting the foreground in is to make the gator feel a little more nested in the image. But we don't want the background to take away from the painting. So, I will vary up my designs here. Just get a rough placement of the leaves, being very loose and rough. Not trying to do anything crazy. Ooh, stop yawning, Justin. Just kind of have them spill off to the side there. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little more solid along these rough edges of the gator that I don't want seen. I could go through the trouble of painting the gator body and all the individual scales and get as super detailed as I did around the eyes, but it would distract from where I want you to look. So contrast, right? Contrast and clarity. If I make everything in the image except his eyes kind of out of focus, even if it's just a touch, and gradually expand out to the side, you're going to be drawn right to the spot, right? And he's looking at you, and it makes more of a connection that way. So it's all intentional. And there's going to be some plant life over there. Where it's catching the sunlight. Get some over here. And I can always, because this is on another layer, even if I go like that, if I erase, I don't lose the painting. I just lose the stroke. So if you see me doing something silly and you're like, oh no, you just painted over the bridge of his nose, it's okay. I'll fix it. Ain't no big. Now can I remember what brush I was just in? No. Nope. 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 I really should have paid attention. Oh, it was this one. Oh my goodness. Thank you for putting up with my silliness. I really like how soft this brush is. It's really nice. We'll get some plant life up in the corner here. I'll play with it later. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think that's fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a layer beneath all this other stuff. And I'm going to get some of the regular background stuff painted in. Let's see. So the background is actually going to be darker than what I have. So I'll put this color down over here, but I am going to put another color down on top of it on the left-hand side. It's going to be in the blue range because we've got more shadows. And then I'm going to do the other colors that I need for the plants over that. But I'm trying to get a better sense of everything here. Okay. I think I got all of it. You know, it'd make more sense if I shrunk it down. Whoa, that's a big jump. Shouldn't jump that much. That's weird. Alright. And now I'm going to put the blue on top of that. So it's going to be a blue like that. There we go. I think this is it. Might be a little too blue. Need to go darker and grayer, I think. Oh, I've been looking for this song. I didn't know what it was called. The Pigeon English Hula. I'm gonna add it to my liked songs. It's just such a it's just such a fun song. Oh, I'm so glad it played. Great. Mm-hmm. And there'll definitely be some darker blue down here. Where the shadows are casting. think that's fun. Alright. New layer on top. Oh, wait, no. It's got to be on top of this one. It's very hard not to sing. No copyright strikes for this guy. Not really liking that spot very much. Okay, you really gotta think about this one. Water break. Alright. go for... Coming along, coming along. You believe in social distancing from alligators. That's a smart move. Although they do have a natural fear of humans, which is why here in Florida it is very illegal to feed them. Um, there's a general understanding that if there's a body of water, there's probably a gator in it. So you just got to be careful, not do anything reckless. Think before you do. And they'll leave you alone. They really are happy in their own little world, or big world, really, the world. Um, they're quite content. So just got to make sure that you respect their territory, and they'll very, very, very likely respect you and yours. So, I have a little gator that lives out in the drainage pond across from my house. I call him Mr. Rogers because it's his neighborhood. And every once in a while I see his little head floating at the top of the water. Just sits there for what feels like hours. Just chilling. They don't actually need to eat all the time. They can go long periods without eating anything. When they do eat, they eat a lot. But they're very good at not having to devour constantly. All right, let's see here. Let's come back in with... We'll do a multiply layer above this one. Do I need tons of layers? No. But layers are your friend, so since I don't have a limit, I will just use them when I want, how I want. Okay, so I need a little bit of shadow in this area. I want it to kind of be warm. Let's try this. So there's spots in here where I want to kind of show the separation of the different levels of the grass that's close up. Some of that I can do with the paint over. Some of that I'm going to do with shadows. Something like that. And then we'll go back over it with another normal layer. And I'll grab something a little on the cool green side and darker. Something like that. Getting there. Now I need something more on the yellow end. Yellow and brighter. And this is going to be slightly smaller. And it's going to catch the light. Probably beneath that one. Maybe even beneath that one. We'll try it out. And this is going to be some of the darker plants. So these are going to be in the very dark brown. And we're going to shrink this down. Just adding some of this other tangled plant life in here. Okay. Then I'll have to add some highlights to that to help those to feel a little more 3D and not so flat. Good night. Thanks for being here. I guess you were Gulf Coast somewhere like Florida. Oh, yeah. I'm in Florida. um, so I like painting the local wildlife around here. Um, and there's also like different. There's a lot of different zoos. You know, being in this state, there's a lot of different tourist destinations, and a lot of them are really great for photo reference. Um, I have the ability to sell the ones that I take at certain places, just not at all of them. Like, there's big no-nos against selling photos that you take at like Disney World, for example. Um, but if you go to like the Lake Apopka Wildlife Drive, you're totally free to, uh, if you're a photographer like I am, take photos and sell the photos or use them as reference for paintings or whatever you want to do. So it's pretty cool. Lots of inspiration here. So much wildlife. I love it. I had to add just one more. I don't know why. Okay, now for some more highlights. Add another layer. And we'll put it above. And we'll get a warmer, lighter color. What's there? Maybe something like that. Let's try it. How does this look? Maybe if I shrink it down and zoom in. That's easier. I don't know what I was doing there. I got confused by my own lines. Hold on. Me try again. Alright, so this one is going to be in front. Right, and the other one's going to be in back. I'm not in love with this spot, but I'll come back to it. But yeah, I'm not on the Gulf Coast myself. I mean, technically the state is, but I'm more inland. But I do like to go to the Gulf. It's really pretty. It's not bad. Okay. Unusually quiet on Instagram tonight. Strange. And YouTube for that matter. Alright, time for another layer on top. Maybe I don't need to do that. What if I lower the opacity? Alright, and then gonna go let's see. Probably add some more multiply layer. Go big. Go big or go home. I'll just use my smudge brush to move it around. No, I gotta fix that first. Smudge. Where's the smudge? I'll just blend it myself. Definitely don't want that ugly line pattern in there. Oof. Too dark. Too dark. Another layer. Let me see if I just can't get the foliage tonight, so let me see if I can find a better brush for it. What is that? Let's try this. Oh, that's hair. What does this one do? I think it's more of a scattered petal. Yeah, it's not gonna work. There's the foliage. Ooh. What about this one? And what's this one do? I'll have to blend them in a little better, but something. What's this one? Pick a different green, maybe. If I tone it down a little more. Just something where what else? What does that one do? Those are kind of interesting. What's this one? I don't even know what that one is. Can't tell. Whoa, it gets really big. What is that? Oh, that's neat. That might be good for the overlap. Multiply. Gives it a more natural feel. Saving. Maybe not that spot in particular. Or there. Alright, and now I need to blur. It's probably too strong. Smaller amounts, maybe? Alright, before I destroy this thing from over editing. Gonna go ahead and save it. And I think one more session will get this thing done. I don't want to rush it. I feel like I could do something a little more interesting with the plant life here. I think we're on the right track. And then I gotta get his back and refine some of the teeth. A couple little touches here and there for refining. Mostly it's this in the back. Alright. Well, this is where we got today. I hope you, if you're still watching, that you've enjoyed the stream. Oh, hey Rex. Yeah, I'm about to hop off. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Happy to do it. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my stuff before, if you go to jwkcreates.com, this is my stuff. I just added a bunch of new products and I changed the layout of the site, so I got a fresh new look, and so got new prints and shirts and designs just brandly new posted today, along with some other stuff. I sell mugs and tumblers and shirts and hats, hoodies, prints. Even get my logo on a hat. I have one. So, anyway, just a little plug for myself there. And that's it for that. And if you missed it before, I did. Where is it? I did this over the weekend. Well, yesterday. Where is it? Here we go. I painted this one yesterday. Gorillas just come more naturally to me. I guess I don't overthink them when I paint. And so this one took less time than what the gator is taking me. I don't. Whatever. The gator will be ready when it's ready, I guess. But this was my first repaint. I originally painted a gorilla in a similar pose and background a year and a half ago that I was pretty proud of at the time. And then I made this, and I was like, oh, I've improved a lot, actually. Here's the original. It's more caricaturized. I wasn't going for that at first when I painted it, but I leaned into it toward the end, mostly with the eyes. And I played around with some color and some layer effects and stuff, and there's like gaps and sloppy overlay issues that I have with it, along with some of the messy lines and like, ugh, this bothers me, and this gap up here bothers me. And anyway, so a year and a half ago I thought that was good, and so I repainted it because I've come a long way since then. And there we go. So, not where I want to be yet, but getting better every day. That's all it takes, is just practice. Lots and lots of practice. Hoping to finish the gator next stream, and then maybe even work on finishing this guy. Oh, actually, this is an older version of it. He's farther along than this. Where's the current one? Oh, there he is. Sunlit turtle. There he is. Did it get farther than this too? It might have. What's this? Open up Photoshop. I think the one on this, yeah, the one we're looking at is the updated one. Pretty sure. Oh, it's so hard to tell. No, no, no. This is the updated one for sure. Anyway, this one needs to get done too. So that'll be coming up. And then we may come back. I have a lot of unfinished ones. I'm terrible. May come back to this one eventually. A sleepy panda. Trying to think. Any others that need? I've got plenty that aren't finished, but are any close? Trying to think. Looking. I'm not entirely satisfied with this guy. If it'll open. There it is. He's not terrible. He's a bit stylized. I would like to make him more realistic, I think. I don't know. That one's gonna be a while before I come back to that. We'll see. I've also just got some ideas that I've played around with that I might do something with. Let me see. What we got here? This is one that I've played around with a bit. Once again, another kind of stylized one. I'd like to get it a little more polished than it is. Anyway. Oh, are you not even able to see the things I'm putting on my screen? I'm looking. Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. You can see it. My stream was behind on my other monitor. I had a panic moment. I was like, oh no. And then I've got some other things I want to do for my shop too. So, maybe more physical stuff. That's what I got to do this week. Is I got to do some physical art. So, maybe some watercolor, maybe some charcoal, we will see. Hope to make it interesting. If I do that, I want to use my good camera because my webcam is really not great at resolution. Alright, well, close that out, that one too. But this one's getting there. Not done yet, almost done. But that's it for today. Already saved it, so we're good. Close that out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. There's only one day I don't think I'll be streaming this week. It'll be Wednesday. It depends on how soon I get home, but chances are I won't be streaming that night. Thanks, Rex. Appreciate you, man. Alright. I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.